Up in the place, we're the models, we here to stay. We're the models, second to none. We're the models, never gonna run. We're the models, 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 we're the models. We number one, no, we not one of us. We still getting bucks. Fucking stuck. Real ones know what's up. It's time to get role model fresh. It's time to get role model fresh. It's time to get role model fresh. You got any love for this? It's time to get role model fresh. We the mind. Get fresh. You know the. All right, y'all. I made this man wait long enough. Thank you so much, CEO. Prime time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, CEO. I knew this man for years, man. Coming on this app, y'all, and it is a pleasure to be able to finally interview him, y'all. Please give it up for my man, CEO Prime Time.
What's good?
What's up?
Yeah,
How you feeling?
we here. I'm good. Make sure my volume up.
Yes.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you clear.
What's good?
All
We
right.
outside with it.
All right, so let's go. So let's start at the beginning. Let's see. Oh, before we even start, I know you've seen the shows before, so you know it's a mini autobiography of you. If there's something that you don't really want to touch on, it's okay for you to let me know. But if it's everything, then it's not really an interview. You know, it's not really your autobiography. So it's best to try to be as open and honest as possible.
No
All
doubt, no doubt. Respectfully.
right. You might want to sit. I don't know if you got a phone stand or something, but you might get tired, man. We about to learn your whole life. Are you good? You comfortable?
All right, so you try to get some little bit of light in the crib, though.
Get a little bit settled in. I know sometimes we get a little deep up in here, so I'm not sure, but I do want him to be comfortable when talking and stuff.
Where you got? I was outside for a second. Huh? No, I was outside for a second.
All right. Yeah, ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, prime time. Let's start with what brought you to the app. What year did you start on the app, and what made you stay on the app?
Well, one of my day ones used to always tell me, he'll tell me that I've been on the app actually since, 2012 was where they only had where you could inbox each other. But then
Mhm.
when I downloaded the app back in, I think it was like 2016, I've been on the app. I had multiple accounts throughout my journey and everything like that, even before I started streaming. I didn't start streaming until like 11 months of me being on the app when I first joined the app. I usually just sit in a certain live a day before I actually started really streaming. I was a part of this family that used to be on the app called the Wolfpack family. They're no longer on the app no more. Then I was a part of a family called the League or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So bounced around a little bit. And then, yeah, man, when I started streaming, a lot of accounts that got deleted from the app before I even hit my milli, you know what I'm saying? So in the last two accounts, we did 2.1 mil. That got deleted off the app. We grind again, hit 2 mil. That got deleted. And then I just grinded from my scout account that I had that was at 200 diamonds and over 2,000 faves to 11,000 faves where we had on the other side of scout to almost 7.4 milli now. And now we hit 10 milli, almost at 11 mil right now. So we've been grinding and just kept the movement going, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to be here.
Nice, nice, nice. So you pretty much, your friend pretty much put you onto the app, but what made him decide to tell you about the app? Was you looking for a relationship? Did you express to him that you was looking for a relationship? You was bored. Was he bored and you was trying to figure out what he was doing? What made him tell you about the app?
Well, actually, he didn't actually tell me about the app. Like I had a significant other at that time, and I didn't even know she was on the app. That's what I said when you could only inbox, and I found out that she was on it. You know what I'm saying? Like on some other type shit, and then I end up downloading it, and then, like I said, then I downloaded it back in 2016 when I found out about the live thing where you could click I found the live thing, and I'm here today with it from that point on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's take it back. Before we take it back, I got one question for you. When
Mm-hmm.
you got on the app and you noticed the live portion of it, in your mind, did you say, "Oh, did you find someone that you was attracted to? Was there a stream that you was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking with?"
Not at that. I don't think not at that time. Not yet. No, not at that time.
Yeah. Was that a focus?
Look at Roy. You got to say. She said no. So she
was
knew me. She one of my day ones from back then too.
was dating ever a focus of yours when it came to you joining the live stream?
Not at that time until like me. I probably like a little bit after the first year, maybe of seeing certain people, certain
Gotcha.
streamers that I maybe kind of was attracted to. But mostly it was just like for the fun and everything, the entertainment and everything of that sort. You know what I mean? Just to get to know people, the friendships I built on this app is it was definitely incredible along the way.
Let's take it back as far as you can remember, Prime Time.
Hmm.
Want to know more about growing up? Like, where were you born, raised? Your siblings, your parents? Did you have both parents in the house? Tell me a little bit about the dynamics.
Well, I'm born from New York, Hempstead, Long Island. Roosevelt, Long Island, Freeport, all over. My family they grew up from my mom's grew up from the Bronx. My grandma from the Bronx. My mom's passed recently. Well, not recently, a couple of years now. 2008, and my dad in '92. So I got a big family on both sides. I got two sisters and a brother, and I got one daughter that's just turned 19, April the 3rd, in her second year of college, doing good, major in electrical engineering. Um, and my older sister got one sibling, one child. Uh, my brother got his first daughter that he just recently had. She almost 3 years old. And then my other sister that do hair and makeup, she got her own shop. She got two boys, and I got a big family on both sides. I'm the oldest grandson of 40 grands and 30 great grands. That my grandma had 10 kids, and she just passed almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
She's an Aries like my mom's. My daughter April the 3rd, buried. My mom's buried April the 7th. On my no, she passed away April 7th. Was buried on my older sister's birthday, which is April the 14th, and my mom's birthday April the 18th, and my grandma's March 20th. So they all Aries in that month. So it's crazy around that time of month.
Holiday 9 months before then. There's a holiday because they was cutting up.
Oh
so
yeah.
so
What up,
born and
PDA?
raised in Hempstead, New York.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like growing up in Hempstead, New York for you? Now, was you 100 Terrace?
Huh? You talk about Honey Block?
Was you in 100 Terrace?
Everybody know Honey Block, the Heights, Parkside. You know what I'm saying? We was all over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was all over with
I
it. You
got
know what I'm
people,
saying?
I got peoples in that over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Terrace is crazy over there now a little bit, man. Like, yeah, maybe a lot of little killings in broad daylight now, like all over. Like it's like, but a lot of shit. But kind of
Yeah.
calmed down a lot now a little bit. But sometimes it get real active during the summertime or anytime. When it start getting hot and shit. You know how that happens, how that
Mm-hmm.
goes.
I used to hang out like on Jackson,
Yeah, Jackson, yeah, Jackson.
that
Yeah,
build
yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
my little spot over there. But
Right, right,
so
right.
so tell me about
Yeah.
the dynamics in the household. You growing up, what was your mom and dad in the home with you?
Yeah. They was in the home. Yeah, growing up, they was in. Yeah, my mom and dad always was in the home. Yeah, my
Okay.
dad. You know what I'm saying?
What was the
Yeah, it was.
relationship like between your mom and dad?
Uh, hmm, it was pretty good. Like they never been like married, but legally, you know what I'm saying? Common law married and stuff like that. So they've been
Yeah.
together so many years like that. So it was always. And my dad, was God body. So I ain't gonna give you my government name. You know what I'm saying? But I got a righteous name. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was a 5%er. You know what I'm saying? God body all day. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So um, yeah, it was always good like that. And growing up in the home.
And you said how many siblings actively lived with you guys?
Well. My right now it's my sister, and my nephew, and then my brother and my sister that I was just telling you about. They moved to Texas. They in Dallas right now.
Okay. But when you were young, I'm
Oh,
referring to,
younger. Oh, younger. Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, as
Oh,
young as
yeah.
you remember, like let's just say 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
At first, it
remember
was just me. It was me and my sister because my brother was like a couple of years later on, but it was always me and my sister in the
okay,
household growing up at that time.
what's the difference in age between you and your sister?
She just turned 49 on the 14th, and I'm 46. I just
Okay,
turned 46 October the 10th. I'm a Libra.
got you. So it's like a 3 year age difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
How was
right.
our
Mm-hmm.
relationship?
Our relationship was pretty good growing up. We was always close and stuff like that, everything
Was,
like that. So
was there moments, because like as siblings, sometimes there's moments where we're not that close, where
mm-hmm.
touching my stuff, she might have had to beat you up or vice versa. Was there any moments where you experienced things like that, ups and downs?
uh, well, this is the craziest shit. This moment's kind of crazy because it was back in probably like 90 something, I think, right? So I was coming from work one day and my sister was asleep. So I ended up taking the keys. I took her car for a little spin, right? So the neighbor sitting outside and shit. So later on, she ended up telling my sister about me taking the car because I was trying to take the car and park because I didn't really know how to drive at that time, kind of like a little bit, but I just took it because one of my friends was like let me take his car after work and we was driving and shit at that time. It was a couple of years ago. So I put the keys back on the dresser like nothing happened and shit. The next thing I know, she ended up finding out that I had took a car. She tried to punch me in my shit.
Did she wind up punching you or you ran?
Nah, she damn near caught me in my shit. I tried to dip that shit though, but she tried to catch the chin right here. I was like, hold on a second. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Got you.
And
What
Diva,
about
what's up?
what about your parents? Would you consider yourself to be a problem child, or what was your behavior to them? If I was to speak to them, how would they describe your behavior as a kid?
I did tell you I was a good child growing. I wasn't like no problem child because I never been, like in and out of jail throughout my life or nothing like that. So, it's all about how you've been raised. You know what I'm saying? The right way. You know what I'm saying? How you brought up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Got you.
you gotta learn to have respect. Morals, all that kind of stuff that they would teach you. In the household.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Tell us about school.
Diva,
Um,
what's up, Diva?
did you feel like in school, like financially, how would you say your parents were
Mm,
financially?
financially, at that time growing up, it was kind of like not saying like hard, but saying they made you like do like saying go to school and do try to get your education the best way and stuff like that, or make you focus on that. But everything was pretty good for the most part as far as growing up with that. So it wasn't really too much.
In school, did you feel like, as far as like you needing things and stuff like that, how some kids is interested in, oh, I want the new Jordans and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Were you able to get the things that you wanted, or was that a struggle?
Uh, no, well, back then when I was growing up, it was not. It was a little struggle at times, but depends on saying when I ain't really was the type to complain when I was growing up if I couldn't get the new Jordans or I couldn't get whatever this that and the third, like what I'm saying. You just be appreciative what you have and make the most of it, and then when you're able to get to that point of God blessing you with whatever He wants you to have, you gotta what I'm saying. As times goes, it's gonna get better. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying. So you take the good with the bad.
As a kid, what was some of the things that you
Thank you,
that
thank you.
wanted? What was some of the things that made you happy? Describe to me that, and then tell me. I want details on what was some of the things that like you remember as a child, like that made you feel really really good.
Um, but the most happy thing that happened basically was in my life was seeing my daughter when she was born back in 2005, and that was definitely a blessing. Like you know, seeing my daughter born, even though I'm not saying I wanted a boy, but I was like, whatever God bless you with, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying. But my daughter, that's my daddy's little girl. You know what I'm saying? So, seeing that, and Even back when my brother was born, because me and my brother like this, like my brother like 6'8", 6'9" to be exact. Like he played basketball
Hmm.
out here in Long Island Union High School. Played over, went to University of Rhode Island, and then he went overseas for a couple of years. So that's been my inspiration. Like my brother doing his thing, and making, especially after my mom's passed. So he just kept grinding, and his saying is always saying, "The grind never stops." You feel me? So the grind never stops. You keep going. You know.
So I love the fact that your daughter, is one of your greatest. That's lit. And then
Hmm.
you also mentioned your brother,
Hmm.
and I think that's dope because not a lot of people say that.
Right,
But
right, right.
I want you to remember the question. The question
Okay.
was, what were some of the things that made you happy when you was a kid? Like,
When I was a kid,
mm-hmm.
shit, I would say probably being able to ride my first bike. You
Got you.
know
Now,
what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you keep falling, you keep getting up and keep trying to until you get it right.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
So that was
got you your
probably like
first
that.
bike?
My dad for
Okay.
my birth. My first bike was for my birthday.
He didn't put no training wheels on it.
The first time it was, yeah, but it was with training wheels. But then like a couple of days ago, I mean a couple of days after that, he took the training wheels off. It was like, you about to get it, Yellowbone, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's when your dad give you that extra push. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do it, son. Like you know what I'm saying. So once even if he was falling off the bike or about to land into cars and shit, park cars used to run into them park cars all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but definitely that was one of the happiest as I can remember as a kid. Coming home with that first bite. You
Give me a second. I kind of liked something you said, and it just gave me an analogy.
know. I'm just over here in the what's the name because I gotta get a new streaming light. So my light is like kind of dim in my living room shit. And so I get a new light
Okay.
setting in there.
So you mentioned the bike. You
Hmm.
also mentioned being pushed.
Hmm.
Do you feel like who would you say in your life pushed you the most to being who you are today?
Mm, that's a good question. I would definitely say I would definitely say my mother.
Your mother and
Yeah,
how?
I would say my mother because I say my mother and my grandma, but I say my mother because of this. No matter like what my mother probably went through in life or whatever, she always lets you know like you gotta keep fighting no matter what. You know what I'm saying? You don't give up for nothing, for nobody. And even if it was like, you know, us having certain things that's growing up, whether it's like your last meal, like food, like having nothing to eat at certain times, but it could be anything as a mother as growing up. Because sometimes your mother will go without. You know what I'm saying? To make sure the kids have. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. So the grind, like the hustle that she, put in of teaching us, values in life and certain things of, just how to live. You know what I'm saying? And putting God first in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? So, and we grew up, in the church and with my grandmother and stuff like that. So it's always, putting God first in everything. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you may be going through. Because what I always say is somebody worse off than what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Somebody worse off than us. So we always got to be thankful for our health, our strength, life, everything that God has blessed us with. So, and our very being, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be thankful
right.
for that, you
You
know?
mentioned some of the things that y'all went through. What was
Hmm.
some of the things that you went through?
Um, especially, one of the things is like say when you have to move and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, or trying to find another place, you know what I'm saying, and having a certain amount of time to, as growing up, like I'm saying, like when I was younger, or even growing up into my early teens or whatever. But just you know what I'm saying, that aspect of things, and then you know what I'm saying. But my mom's always found us somewhere to go, a house or whatever, or you may have to go stay with family or this, that, and the third. But it's always the grind, like I said, the grind and the hustle, and just keep going, and you know what I'm saying, into that, that type of thing. So
Got you.
Yeah.
Would you say at those moments, because you mentioned having to move and stuff, like there were moments where times was hard and uh like bills wasn't being paid, but you
Hmm.
had to quickly find something else and stuff like that,
Hmm. Right, right, right.
right? Okay.
Hmm.
And your mind going through that, what were some of the things that you went through? What did that do to you? Because I know that means if you have to move, that means you had to switch schools and stuff. How did that make
Hmm.
you feel?
Because you never want to have to switch schools and stuff because you want to, be there wherever your friends are and stuff like that at that time in that moment and stuff like that. But what I'm saying, it was hard, it was tough, but it's just, you just got to get through that. But it made me just realize a lot of certain things and stuff like that, and just yeah, like you said, definitely make you sad and shit when you have to move. Basically, like you have to start all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like you hate to start all
Yeah.
over again,
And
or
then,
rebuild or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to grind from the bottom up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm,
you have to start all over and just keep it moving and and that type of thing. So yeah.
can you tell us about a time where you were like really upset, down, maybe depressed, and how'd you overcome it?
Uh, well, try not to. Hold on, let me sweat. I'm sweating real good. I'm
Is
trying
your
not to really cry. Hold it up a little
I
bit
feel
because
like
this one
sometimes
right here is
like
kind of, yeah. It was kind of when my mom's passed away. I was definitely going through a real type depression where a lot of I had anxiety, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I had, you definitely you'll go through anxiety, um, and and that just made me feel like even though she wasn't suffering no more, you know what I'm saying? But and it was kind of crazy because at that time when my mom's passed, she was just turning 50. You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely hard. And like I said, 2008 it was. You know what I'm saying? So and it was a few days after my daughter's birthday too. My daughter was 3 at that time. You know what I'm saying? When my mom's passed, and
yeah,
she used to always, she spent time with my daughter within that time frame. Like used to come downstairs and wanting to come get her. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, I want to go upstairs with grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like so I let her,
yeah,
go chill, vibe out with us. But that was like one of my deepest moments or whatever like that. And also when my grandma passed, Lola, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But definitely that right there took a big chunk out of me when I lost my mom's because when you lose your mom, you only get one. So,
yeah,
you got to be thankful for that. And like I said, my dad passed in 92, but I was down south at that time, so I didn't get to see my dad when he passed. So that kind of hurt too. I was down south at that time, living with my aunt down there back in 92. So maybe for them, but yeah, that was like almost like one of the worst moments in my life as well when I found out that my dad passed as well. So
seem like you had I don't want to say a lot, but you had some lost in the family.
right, right, exactly.
How do you
Hmm.
cope? How do you cope when you're dealing with things like that? What are some of the things you do? What were some of the things you did back then when it happened?
Hmm.
Some of the things you do now to cope.
Uh,
So let's
being the
start with
one.
back then. What how did you cope?
Um, pray to God and stuff. You know, what I'm saying, go to prayer. You know, what I'm saying, 'cause prayer, God answer prayers, and prayers. Prayers definitely answer everything and stuff like that. So, um, and like I said, also getting also church as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I haven't been to church a lot sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But once you really go to church and certain things like that, that'll make you feel better, and just having your family around you. Your family, your loved ones, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That help push you through that and get you through that as well. So, you know what I'm saying? And leaning on them for, help and comfort and
Are
everything
you
like that. So,
when you're coping,
hmm.
you lean on family, your friends?
Hmm. And also the app too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, during this time, like I said, well, that was before then, before I even got on the app. But since I've been on the app, like my day one people that know me and know that that I had lost my moms and stuff, so they help me cope with that, like like day by day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that's also a way of, and the app was definitely a scapegoat for a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Because like I tell my sister all the time, I'll be like, I don't care about going out chilling with people or doing this and anything. I'd rather be on the app all day. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, good boy, get out the house and go do something. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I'm on this goddamn app, you know what I'm saying? Or all night. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me feel good, like just to interact with those that I've met on the app and just streaming, you know what I mean? So
Especially
that
people
always
from
been
all over the world, man.
mm-hmm.
So I get it. I get it. Tell me about school. When did you start? What was your grades in school? Like, were you getting good grades? Was it? How would you describe that?
Um, my grades was so like I wasn't not saying so much like not saying I wasn't never like an A or B honorable student, but I made some good grades in school as uh, during my school years. You know what I'm saying? So
Any
it was pretty good.
sports?
Uh, I used to play basketball. I still gotta get my little stomach down, but I'm still kind of nice in basketball. Like I'm a lefty, so I got the jump shot. You know what I'm saying? So.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But no, I never actually made the team. Always made the because like the teams out here, like in Hempstead, whatever, they always have favoritism. So I never actually made the team or played for the teams. But my brother did. My brother, like I said, he played at Unity High School for 4 years. They won for championship all 4 years. So he was pretty good in what he did and stuff like that. So I never actually played on a team actually, but we go to the park and play recreational ball. I'm gonna bust some ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hmm.
Tell us about your first crush.
Oh, my first crush.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. My first crush. I was probably back in.
Almost
No, I
like I'm
can't. I
looking
can't
at you
remember that first crush, but it was
like
like I don't know.
you're reliving it. You like, wow.
But
Like I remember that broad.
I don't know. Like
So what happened?
it,
Like, where did you meet at?
it could be. You talking about teenage years or adult
I'm
years?
about as young as you can remember.
Young as I can remember.
Young as you can remember your first crush. You need to tell us what age you was and where you seen it.
I don't know. I think my first crush. I can't remember, but I think this is everybody's first crush that I think they probably did this, and I know niggas is probably gonna laugh in the comments when I say this, because I know Gigi probably remember or Ro probably remember when they had the ring candies. You put the ring on your finger,
Pop.
the little pop joint.
The little ring pop,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And you ask like, yo, could you marry me?
Did you do
So
that to someone?
yeah, like probably probably back then when I was young like that, you know what I'm saying? I probably forgot her name, but it probably like first grade or something like that. Your
Mm-hmm.
little crush back then, and that probably be like one of something to like that's like a memorable moment probably that I was thinking about. But yeah,
So you recall a time when you were younger that you brought someone a ring pop.
yeah, and gave it to her like when she was going
Oh, you
going to
said,
the next class, huh?
did you ask them to be a girlfriend or did you say, would you marry me?
Mm, I might have said, would you be my girlfriend or something like on the crush? But I'm just saying like that's something that you could say too. You know what I'm saying? But I think I would probably ask her if she want to be my girlfriend. I think at that time,
Mm.
at them
Do
years back then.
do you recall your official girlfriend? What age was you when you had your official girlfriend? Where you went up to them
Official.
or they went up to you?
Hmm. I think my official girlfriend was probably when I was about like 14, like 13, 14, when I actually was able to bring them like to the house to meet your moms or your parents at that time or
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my mom's
So
like,
who was she?
who
You
this
wanted
girl you bringing over today?
who was she and how did you meet her? And then like how were you able to bring her to your house? So what did you do you remember her name?
uh, Dang, I'm 46 now. I can't even probably remember her name now, but uh, I think I probably met her like probably like we was in like probably like ninth grade or something,
Okay.
like freshman year or something, and
Hmm.
and like I think I brought her to the house to just to chill,
What
meet
was
my
your
mom
first thought
parents.
when you seen her?
Hmm?
What was your first thought when you seen her? Like, remember, you said you was in the ninth grade, so I could only imagine you guys were in school.
Hmm.
Okay, what were you in the hallway? Was she in your classroom?
Like in the classroom, but when I seen her in the hallway, cause you know when you walk with your the hallways with your bros and shit, whatever, you like, I'm like, yo, I gotta talk to her. I gotta bag that. You know what I'm saying? You know how we say that back in the day. I say, yo, I gotta get on. I gotta bag that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hop on that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the vibes that I used back then, but she was very attractive. You know what I'm saying? So I had to try to get that before somebody else did. So you had to, had to spit your game back then or whatever, how you had to do it. So, you know,
So you went up to her. You went up to her and you spit your game. Do you recall what you said to her?
I just I probably just ran like a simple line like how you doing, what's your name, you know what I'm saying, and talk to her for a little bit. Then probably just ask her what's her number or whatever like that. Let me I get your number so I could give you a call or something like that. And then we started talking on the phone from there, and then we linked up back then. So like that's probably what I did. I can't even remember how, because back in the days, you know how I used to run game anyway, like spit your game, whatever you probably say, or we say kick it really, you really bobo, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I just had to had to try to holler at her real quick. That's about it.
How long did y'all date for?
Usually like no more than a year, probably like a few months. It was like no long term joint.
Got you.
Yeah,
What was your longest relationship?
uh, 8 years.
Wow.
And now she moved to Vegas now, and then she got married now.
Oof.
I don't know if it was because I didn't propose, you know
God.
what I'm saying? But we was together for a good solid 8, and that was when I was at the other apartment that I was at. I mean, my other joint where I was at, like 2 blocks from where I'm at now. So
Fro got jokes in the comments.
who?
I said Fro got jokes in the comments. I'm sorry. She
He
was
was
saying,
like, "Shorty, what I'll
Wanda.
say, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to talk to me." What you say, Frozen?
so so 8 years
I was reading your joint.
relationship.
What up, Dimples? Big with energy.
What was in the beginning? What was some of the things that you was attracted to that made you decide you wanted to be with her?
Mhm. When I first actually like met her, like we met at a club and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I was chilling with my bros dancing, and she was dancing, doing her thing. And I had to just wait till I get the opportunity to actually dance with her. She was dancing with somebody at the time, but anyway, when I did get the number, and then before the end of the night was we were still talking, kicking it and shit. And then I think when I tried to call her the next day or like later that night, I think she gave me like the last two numbers. So the last two numbers was wrong. So I had to end up like hoping I'll see her the next time we pop up in the spot together. You know what I'm saying? So when I did see her the next time, I ended up getting the correct joints. Like, yo, you gave me the wrong two. The digits was wrong as hell unless she was drunk that night or I was twisted and I forgot to, put in the right numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but luckily I got to see her that second. The next time we popped out again, and I saw her on the spot, and then we was rocking ever since after that.
Did she say my bad? Did she apologize? Did she say she did it on purpose? But
Yeah. But yeah, she said my bad. She's like, yeah, I thought I gave you the right number and all that, this, that, and the third, and then
Mhm.
we just got it together after that. So it was good after that.
So y'all was talking for a little bit. How long did it take you to make it official with her?
Uh, it was official like after I don't know. It went pretty quick, so it was official like right after we started talking. Like it was official right there. Like she was like, yeah, I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like on some G
Man,
shit. Like so, it was just like it was definitely official right after that.
is this your baby mother?
Oh no, 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 not my baby mother.
Okay. Was
She
this
had
before your baby mother or after your baby mother?
after my baby mother, because she was a little older than me. At that time, I think I was maybe like 42, 43. No, well, 46. No, no, my bad. I was like 33 or 34. Cause she was
God,
like cause she was almost like 46, 47, almost like she in her 50s now, like late 50s now. But
how
it was
old are
like she, huh?
How old are you?
I'm 46 now.
Got you. Got you.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you know what? You don't even look that age. I'll be quite honest with you. I'm thinking you
That's
like my age, like 38, 39.
yep.
I'm not even gonna hold you. You just threw me for a loop right there.
Yeah,
So
that's why they go crazy when they try to get prime time in the camera. They be like, "Where prime at?" And when they see me, they're like, "Oh shit." Well, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm here.
so so let's go. You mentioned all right, your baby mother was before that relationship. Tell us
Yeah,
the story of how you met your baby moms.
calm down. We look good. Huh? I'm trying to read what Rosa said because she about to make me laugh.
Big 40.
Yeah. I can hear you.
I said, tell us how you met your baby mother.
Yeah, shit, it was crazy. I met her on a. Mm, I don't care, man. It is what it is. I met her like on a dating site, man.
Okay.
Like on
It seemed like you being a big
a.
closed off.
But that was.
Or as do you feel like some of the things that you have to discuss is are you a private person?
Somewhat private, like some. It all depends, but I'm a Libra, so I'm a freak at the end of the day too. But you know, what I'm saying I try to keep it private a little bit. But yeah. Mhm.
So have you ever spoke to someone about like your life before?
uh, you talking about on the app or off the app?
I, either way.
Either way,
Either.
yeah. It depends on not too much. Like it depends on like if they like my maybe like my closest friends. Like depends on like a lot of my day ones they know like people off the app like my bros and stuff. They knew about like you know what I'm saying like my family like grew up close to my family, so they kind of like know certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So they was real close to my family, my moms and stuff like that. So like as the ones like I grew like I said like ones I grew up with, but
Got you.
nobody outside of that outside of that circle and stuff like that. But no.
Do you have a do you have a hard time opening up to people?
Mm, I would say I think so. It all depends. Like yeah. Sometimes I think so. Like Yellowbone probably where Yellowbone at. But now sometimes I have a hard time. I'm not too much good with that.
Got you.
Sometimes you know.
What would you say if I had to ask one of your exes, what's the best thing about prom? What what would they say? What do you think they would say?
Mm, they would say that prom got a heart of gold. Like I'm saying that I'm down to earth. I'm humble. They say that I'm family oriented. And loyalty is everything with me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. Let me tell you something. It ain't no switching up with me. Like I've been loyal since the day one since I've been on this app. You feel me? I never switched up on nobody. I never like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. That's hands down. Even on the app or off the app, I'm a real nigga at the end of the day. Like I tell people, like you know what I'm saying. I'm real as they come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you always got to say 10 toes down. You feel me? You real shit. Yeah.
So same question I'm gonna ask it the opposite way. I
Mm,
would talk to people that may know you. What all your exes, right? What would they
mm,
say your biggest downfall is? Or what would you say is your biggest downfall?
my
What would you
biggest
say?
downfall. Um, my biggest downfall would be not putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you don't put in the work, you're not gonna get results. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta that downfall could make you better to bring your thing back up to where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes what I'm saying we fall down, but we get back up. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Sometimes you go through hardships and ups and downs, but you just so that sometimes different things could be my downfall, but I would say not staying focused could be your biggest downfall. my biggest downfall, like not being
Yeah, okay.
focused.
Your biggest downfall.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
you mentioned not staying focused, and
Mm-hmm.
then you also mentioned not putting in the work. And I,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it to you because I commend you for acknowledging that. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why, because a lot of people don't put in the work and
Right, right.
oblivious to why
Mm-hmm.
things are not working out. You
Right,
know?
exactly.
So the fact that you're able to admit, hey, I'm guilty of not putting in the work, not putting my best foot forward and really going,
Mm-hmm.
I commend you for that.
Right, right.
What a when you realize things are not going your way, the way you intended it to be, how what is your reaction to that? How do you respond to that?
When things not actually going my way and stuff, you got to sit back and reevaluate yourself and see what see what that you not see what you're not doing to make it go the way that you want it, or what I'm saying, that you're not expected for it to happen. So certain things not going the way that you want it, you gotta sit back and analyze that. What do I need to do to make everything go the way accordingly? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta, like I said, gotta keep pushing forward, keep putting it working, and then you'll see things that are it'll end up going your way after a while.
If I was to speak to the people that know you,
Hmm.
name three things they would say about you.
Three things they would say about me. Mm. Ask the question again so I can get it the right
If
way I
I
need to say it.
some people that know you the most, what are the three things that they would say? The three top things that guaranteed they would
That they know about me.
say about you,
To
not
say
that they,
about me.
but they
That
would
they would say
say.
about me.
Like, how would they describe you?
No, the first thing they probably definitely say that I'm a good father. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I would say even on my stream, I know they know that I'm a God fearing man. They know that I used to have like prime times acapella prayer service on the stream and stuff where we used to pray for everybody that's on the stream that may be going through something in their life. You know what I'm saying? And back since I was on the app, we used to do that early on since like 2017 or 18 of me being on the app. We used to always have that all the time on my stream. And that I'm a people's person. You know what I'm saying? That I like to, engage with a lot of people on the app and just have a good time and come across with anybody, new streamers, regular streamers, top badges. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we all family at the end of the day. So it's all about, supporting each other no matter what, you know, on this app as well.
When's the last time you celebrated you?
Uh, I think it's been a long time coming, but this Friday though, we're gonna definitely celebrate me an accomplishment and the biggest milestone that accomplishment on this app, hitting motherfucking 10 milli. Hello?
Let's,
Yeah. Then shout out to Raider Rob. Hello.
would you say this is your biggest accomplishment?
Since I've been on the app, I would think so because, like I said, I had multiple accounts throughout my journey, and to get to this present moment on this app, since I've been grinding and, like I said, putting in the work. And shout out to the Money Gang family that I've been rocking with the last couple of weeks that I've been rocking with. And I also got my own thing popping called Primetime International Airlines. I know you see the plane in my shit. So we taking flights, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? International. We ain't just locally. We international with this shit.
Mm,
Hello? Yeah. So we put a little twist on it, you feel me?
let's go. So let me ask you this. All right. We're going to take it back
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
In high school,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Tell me some of the things that you've experienced throughout your journey in high school. Because and we want details. We want you to elaborate a little bit more, like on what your life was like. Because right now you're telling us things, but we don't have details, like on like some of the things that you've been through. So can you elaborate on some of the things like throughout your either your junior high school or high school years that you experienced and how that shaped you?
Um, but like I said, I mean, in high school I used to go to class a lot, but then you have that thing where you start hanging out with the wrong crowd and stuff, when you start cutting classes and not attending your classes where you need to, be in class and stuff like that, and hanging with the wrong crowd. And so basically, like I said, at that time, that's when I had to make a decision to stay up here at the school that I was at, or move down south, like I said, with my aunt down in North Carolina, or whatever, to try to make things better. Because at that time, they probably would have been kicking me out of high school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And stuff like that during that time frame. So I had to make a decision to try to, make things better, or like for my mom, because she's like, yo, if you keep going the way you're going, like at the, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're just hanging out with the wrong crowd, like you're gonna end up like in jail or certain things, or just getting into other certain things that I could have got into. You know what I'm saying? Just hanging out with the wrong crowd and stuff like that. So, but that made that negative turn into a positive. So I was able to try to uh, overcome that, try to finish school the right way, and try to
And did you
keep it.
finish school the right way?
Yeah, definitely. 96, 97 was my year, so it was a good year.
You mentioned some of the things that your mama, and how you having to make that tough decision to move. So
Hmm.
what were you doing? Was it just that you was cutting school sometimes and stuff like that and making wrong decisions? Did it
Smoking weed, a lot of crazy stuff.
so was this something
Just
your mom would complain to you about all the time?
yeah, yeah, yes. It was kind of like, well, once you know that, once they do know that you start smoking, but once my mom's knew that I started smoking weed and stuff, or doing drinking, we used to drink like 40. I know you remember the beer St. Oz and shit. We used to drink St.
Yeah,
Oz and shit.
yeah.
So we get that old English and all that shit like
That
that. You know what I'm
OE.
saying? So, um, after a while, like at first when she started knowing that I was doing it, it was kind of crazy that that she knew that I was doing it. But when she got after a while, once they know that you was doing it, they allow you to just smoke it, like long as you was in the crib with your your friends or certain things like that. Like I said, I just had to go down south for a couple of years and stay with my aunt, and then I came back to New York in '93. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I was living with my moms from then on until she passed. Like I said, 2008. And then that's when I started doing my like raised me to become the man that I am today. And I, saying I was had my own apartment and shit. My own thing, doing
How
my,
old were you
working hard. Huh?
apartment? All right, before we go into that question, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to exclusive interview. Right now, we are interviewing CEO. Can't forget the CEO, y'all. CEO Prime Time. Okay, I see a lot of you have questions in the comments and stuff, but we are in interview mode right now, so I cannot
Joe
address
Best.
comments, y'all. But I promise you, if you hit me with a favor and you come back or and you stay for the next couple of minutes of this interview, you will be able to ask all the questions you would like. Okay, to Prime Time and then to me. Okay, so Prime Time. Let's continue. I'm starting to get a little bit more. Um, can you tell us about some of the things other than like you cutting school and stuff? What are some of, because it sounds
Hey,
like
what's up, Faye?
behavior, like you said, you've been making wrong decisions and hanging out with the wrong crowd. Can you tell us about some of the decisions that you made and how it may have affected you?
You said the wrong decisions.
Yeah. So we want to know how like some of your wrong decisions affected you.
Um, Wrong decisions that affected me, because just sometimes it could, like the hurt, like especially when you make the wrong decision, like the hurt, to see the hurt in your mom's eyes, like when you make the wrong decisions.
But what was the wrong decision?
Uh, uh, like I said, there's a lot. I just can't think of a lot of shit, but
Tell us
just the wrong choices. Just
big
like I
or
said,
small. Tell us about the
cause I
what
ain't really do nothing too crazy. Cause I never been locked up. I never been to jail, so it ain't
got.
nothing like too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not just doing the right thing that your mom's like how you was raised, how they would want you to to do things accordingly as far as trying to grow up and become a man. So ain't nothing too crazy though.
When you hang out with your siblings, right?
Hmm.
And there's like moments where I go and I'll go hang out with my siblings. And there's always that moment where they're like, do you remember when you, if I was to hang out with your brothers, your sister, or whatever, what moment do you think they will share about your life that is funny or it lives with them till this day?
Uh, I would think that they would say like when I started this fire on side of the house
Oh.
and burnt the whole woods. The whole woods caught on fire.
So how did you do that? Like what did you do? What was your mindset when you did that?
Shit, I wasn't even thinking. I put like how you put like mad shit like you trying to build like a little bonfire thing,
Yeah.
and the shit just got out of control and started spreading. The
How
fire
far
spread.
house were you? Like, was it right next to your house, or was
Yeah,
you?
it was right side. It was like right on the side of the house. So luckily my house didn't catch on fire, but it spread it. It pushed
So,
everything like that way. Hmm?
so I said it spread it going the opposite way.
The opposite direction. Yeah,
Notice that. What did you do?
it was worse. Because this was like when I was like 8, 9. I forgot but what made it worse was I tried to put water on the fire, so that made it worse.
Oh. So you try to put out the fire with a
Yeah,
little
because
bit of water, or
I threw like a probably like a bucket of water. I went to go get a bucket and poured it on it and poured it on that shit. Then I tried to stomp on it and shit almost caught my. I think I probably had on sweats or something, so my shit almost caught on fire a little bit. So I had to try to put my joint out. But because the fire department lived across the street on the other side of us, like down a block, so they end up coming like mad quick though. But this was like when I was like 8, 9 years old and shit like that.
did
So
they know you was the person that started it?
yeah, I almost got in trouble, but they didn't really like. I was telling them I was trying to. I forgot what I probably told. I told. Matter of fact, I did tell them that was somebody else that started the fire. I ain't tell them that I did it. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? So, because if I would have told them I did that shit, my dad they would have tore my ass up at that time back then. So I had to try to think of something quick, fast though. That's something that my sister probably would. She'll be like, "Yeah, do you remember you start that fire? Some shit that you did, like when I was younger, type shit." But that shit crazy. That was one of the worst things ever.
Do you do you have a good relationship with your baby mother?
Uh, right now we do. I think right now even like throughout the years we kind of did here and there, but for the most part, like we the last few years we kind of had a real good relationship since my daughter like graduated and stuff like that. We you know, and then she just recently lost her father had recently passed a year or so ago. So yeah, our relationship is kind of good now, even though we're not together like that. So, but we still raised our daughter throughout those years, even though we wasn't together. So yeah.
What are you most proud of when it comes to your daughter?
Mm, her being definitely her growing up to the young lady that she have become. Like I said, her walking across that stage in her second year of college. And just me being her dad. Like I'm just excited. Like every time I see her, I'm just happy that I'm her father. You know what I'm saying? So she make me happy and proud of everything that she do, and she got a heart full of gold. So I love, and that's my world. So I love my baby girl dearly. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I do anything for my baby girl. So even though she going into a young lady, it's about being a father, man. That's a good thing. That's a blessing. So a lot of yeah.
With your relationship with you and your daughter, what are some things that what is something that you would say, dang, I'm glad I taught her that
Um,
makes you proud?
uh, when she when she used to play, well, she grew up like she started when she was younger. She was playing basketball, so she was good at that until she went ice skating with her school, and she had she had broke her leg in two different places,
Mm.
and so but that's when she had really stopped playing basketball. Kind of like after that, but she was, I think she would have been pretty good at what she was doing. Like, cause my brother was also teaching her the game too as well. So doing little workouts at the park and stuff like that. But yeah, and she a basketball fan too. Her team is uh the LA Clippers. She a James Harden fan. And she
Got you.
called me the other night, like, yo, daddy, James Harden's out here cooking. He cooking. Like he was, I mean, he's doing good. He was,
Yeah.
playing good, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, she called me like she was happy when she was watching the game and everything. So yeah, so she a big basketball fan as well.
What are you doing now for work?
I work at a high school actually right now, and I do security at a high school. That's why you see prompt time. I got the guns under here, but I got to break up them fights. And and then I was also doing UPS overnight, but I stopped. I did that for 4 years. So, I might go back doing that or some other, other different jobs that I'm looking into now. But I do security. I'm a security guard, so at a high school. So yeah,
What are your goals
uh, definitely my goals is definitely
for the future for you?
for the future. Uh,
Like in the next 2 years, 3 years, or even the next year?
mhm, to definitely get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? To be rich, get this money. Definitely make sure my family is good. Make sure they straight. You know what I'm saying? And just continue to grind, man. And just work hard. Like I say, I work up every day with the motive to be better. You know what I'm saying? Be better than I was today. Be better than I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And just continue to do what I gotta do in life, man. Because we only promise today. You know what I'm saying? Not tomorrow. Sometimes. So it's what you put forth today. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna definitely make.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Time. If you have any questions for Prime Time, please hit the plus sign coming as a guest and ask your questions. Remember to keep it to 1 to 2 question minimum. Okay. One
Mm-hmm.
to two question minimum. Remember, this is my interview, not yours. Okay. I get the exclusive. All
Yeah.
right. Or you can ask your questions in the comments, y'all. If y'all got any questions, begin to type it right now.
Mm-hmm. Donna, what it do, Donna? Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you. If you was to change anything about yourself, what would it be?
If I have to change anything, what would it be?
Yeah.
If I could change anything, what would it be? And that's a tough one. I'm not saying too much a tough one. Uh, let me see. I was trying to look at the comments. Anything, you could change anything, what would it be? Mm, not, I don't even know what it would be. But sometimes, how some people may take your kindness for weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you may be too nice, but sometimes it's always good to be nice, but not. But you just gotta just pay attention to the, how people move. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
and just be, it's always be like me. I'm like I said, you always gotta be genuine, so and be thankful for stuff. But always pay attention to how people move on and off this app. So even in real life, so paying attention, being vigilant and stuff like that. So yeah.
Got you. Any questions from the audience? I don't
She
see
said, I want
any
to be a
questions.
millionaire.
All right.
My
Donna, do you have any questions for Mr. CEO Prime Time? All
Am
right.
I allowed to unmute?
Yes, you allowed to unmute. Go ahead.
Is there an echo? No.
No, no echo. You're fine.
Oh, hey Prime, how are
Hey,
you?
how you doing, Donna? How you
It's
doing?
New York all day, right?
Big New York vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Exclusive Interview. We are down to the ending of Exclusive Interview where we're interviewing. Now it's the question time for CEO Prom. So if you have any questions, please type it in the comments or you may hit the plus sign, come in as a guest. All right. Donna, your question for Prime?
My question is, how nervous were you
Uh, I
on a
was
scale
kind
of
of
1 to 10?
I was kind of nervous because it's not saying this so much because it's role model fresh, but I'm glad to be on this, this platform that she have. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been nervous of just because it's role model fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like she said, I've been knowing role models since she was started. Well, not saying started on the app, but when she was at 100 mil or where she at now. But I've been watching role model for years, like she said. So she definitely put the grind in and got the one of the biggest families on the app, the model. So I always loved the model since I've been coming in here. So
Yep.
it's definitely a blessing, man, to be here. So shout out to role model. You know what I'm saying?
No, we definitely like seeing you in our stream. So thank you always for coming in and supporting us. We appreciate you.
No doubt. You're welcome
Thank you.
always. So it's
Definitely.
always love. Yeah.
Yeah, period.
Any
That
other
was it.
any other questions from the audience? And if Donna, if you have any more questions, you may ask.
I've seen Prime when he first came on here. He always grinded and positive. Thank you for it. Yeah, I got for it, babe. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions? Any more questions? And Lexus asks, what advice would you give a new streamer?
A new streamer.
Yes.
Just to be consistent, because it took me sometimes too to be consistent. You got to be on, because even if you might be on and you might think you're not getting the views or whatever, you might be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get off." You only been live for 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Right.
how I used to be in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to be consistent. Like I said, put the grind in and connect with the right people, and always network. You always got to network. You know what I'm saying? So and stay positive. Keep the positive. My other saying is positive vibes only. Keep the negative energy over there. You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't positive, you know what I'm saying, you gotta keep it, keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? So, but just definitely put the grind in and connect with the right people. I'm not saying so much the right people, but people that's gonna help you and teach you how to become a streamer. Because some people ain't gonna tell you the ins and out on this app of how to stream. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta talk, you gotta ask questions, and definitely pop in the right stream like I did with like role model freshman. She taught a lot of people how to stream and uh, the ins and outs of this app as well. So as Don and a lot of people that's in here, what I'm saying, since I've been Joe Best and everybody, and everybody that's in her stream that always stay with the positive vibes. So and shout out to like I said, role model fresh and everything, man. Yeah.
Thank you guys for the love you're sending to both of us.
Thank you, Faye. Thank you,
My
sexy.
next question to you is, who are some of the streamers or people on the app that inspires you?
All right. I'm going to probably like my day ones, and I'm gonna get into everybody else. But my day ones, I like to say shout out to Prez, my day one Yellowbone, Sources Bay, um a lot of people. Like I said, shout out to Money Gang, Patience. A lot of people that have been rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Role Model Fresh, I've been looking up to on the app. Epsy. I grew up. I mean, I would say grew up. I mean, I would watch Bob. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Riot. Shout out to Riot. You know what I'm saying? The ones that really been on this app that was really, causing havoc, panic. You know what I'm saying? Epsy, like I said, you got shout out to Daddy J that's back on the app. You know what I'm saying? I watched day ones that was really on here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Big Country. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man. That I enjoy being in the streams and those that put they work day in and day out on this app. You know what I'm saying? So you know, real rap. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real.
What would you say to someone who wants to be in your position? Like just hitting the milestone of 10 mil and everything and working towards getting your royal badge. What would you say to them?
You remember you used to be. I used to be
Yeah,
your number one
one,
on your.
one of your four
Oh, your Frozen used to be up there on one of my accounts. I
84
had so many accounts Frozen.
6 accounts.
Frozen used to come there and shoot my shit up. Oh man, Frozen, I'll be
Is it
remember one of the
how
accounts I
many
saw.
accounts you had to make? Wait, like close to it?
I lost count, man, because it was accounts that was getting deleted before I even hit like 400K, 300K, 100K. before I
Mm-hmm.
even got to the mill. So we just kept working, man, until we actually hit that milli, that 2 mil, 2.1. Then you wake up the next day, your account not up there, you're not on nobody boards, and then you make another account, hit a mill. Then so we did the same thing. Like the second mill that we hit, we did that shit in like 3 weeks. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine if I had the first ever account, maybe that I even because I think my first ever account, I forgot the password of me being on the app for like a week when I first came onto the app. I had to get all my phase back up again. Like I had to make another account at that time. Like so that was kind of crazy. So if I would have had that account and nothing happened to that account, then I don't know. But we just kept grinding to where we at right now, man. And I ain't been on the other side since the split, y'all. So the other account was at 7.4 mil and 11,000 faves, and we hit 10 mil. You know what I'm saying? So I'm staying on the POF side. It's Team POF, goddamn it.
Let's go. We standing
It's
on
Team
business.
POF, man.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please do me the honors, please, and give it up for my man CEO Primetime. Primetime, it was a pleasure interviewing you, getting to know you a lot better and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I think this, I'm be quite honest, this is the most I ever seen you, Prom. Like, you're always in the comments, you're always shouting me out, and always faithfully.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I admire about you, and I'll be quite honest with you, I didn't know you stream, man, because I always see you in my stream, but I don't never see you live.
All right, all
So
right. I got to stream
now
your
that I
stream more.
know you all streamer, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Make sure you hit this man with a favorite, y'all. Okay, his favorites is at 1,193. Hit him with a favorite, please and thank you. Okay, let's
Thank
get
you,
his
thank you.
phase up there, y'all. Let's get him moving. He's at 10 milli right now. Is there anything you want to say to us? Maybe there's an event you want to promote or.
All right. Well, this Friday is gonna be. Well, we almost hitting 11 milli right now, but we having a 10 milli party at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to about 12 or whatever. I guess that's the time on the flyer that I got posted on Instagram. And we also getting new flyers made for the fade parties that I'll be doing on my stream. It's gonna be Friday and Saturday, so and then we might put something together maybe on a Friday night. I'm trying to. Usually we also have Freaky Fridays for the ladies where we play slow jam vibes. So pull up, we gonna play all the slow jam vibes for the ladies and get y'all in the mood. You feel me? Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
oh.
that's about it.
All right, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all pull.
Frozen said, ooh, what you say, Frozen? You see that move, huh?
All right, there you go. All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, CEO Prime Time. Thank you, Prime.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you. All right, there you go. My bad. It just kicked me out, y'all. Just kicked me out. It ain't want me to be here no more. I guess it knew my time was up, huh? All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that was CEO Primetime. Y'all make sure y'all hit CEO Primetime with a favorite. And y'all make sure y'all hit up EarthCon with a favorite. And y'all shout out to Melina for the level up. Okay, let's go. We are closing out the show. So, we got to get back to our beautiful song. Cause we are the models, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's close out the show, y'all. If y'all got any love to give, now is the time to show some love, spread some love on